Daily Slow English.
She studies so hard.
Excuse me. Is this seat taken?
Oh. I am a chair.
What? I must leave now. Goodbye.
Okay, bye. I know all the words, but my brain just freezes the second I try to speak. It's so frustrating. Oh my god! 2 hours? I spent an hour scrolling through my phone. I should have studied English. I've wasted so much time. Good morning. I am Sophia. And today I want to talk to you about something very important. Your time. 2 years ago, I was very busy, Kai, but I was busy with all the wrong things. My English was not growing. I wasted hours every day and saw no results. I studied hard. I tried my best. But I studied in the wrong way. And I used my time in the wrong way. I made big plans and broke them. I wasted small minutes without thinking. I pushed myself when I was tired. I turned English into something heavy and serious. And I felt guilty about all of it. Then I found 5 small habits. They changed how I used my time. And my English started to grow. Not because I studied more, but because I studied smarter. I want to show you these 5 habits. Each one is small. Each one is easy to start today. And each one works. Are you ready? Let us start! Habit 1. Make a tiny plan. Think of your day like a car with a GPS. When there is no address in the GPS, what happens? You drive and drive. You turn left. You turn right. You use petrol. You use time. And you arrive nowhere. But when you put one simple address into the GPS, it says, "Turn here. Go straight. You will arrive." A tiny plan is like that address. It tells your brain exactly where to go. Many learners say, "Today, I will improve my English." But that is too big. Too vague. Vague means not clear. Your brain does not know where to start. So it does not start at all. Instead, make a tiny plan. Today, I will learn 3 new words. Today, I will listen to 10 minutes of English. Today, I will read 1 page of a story. Small, clear, easy to begin. I used to promise myself 1 hour of study every day. It was too big. I got tired. I skipped days and felt bad. Then I changed my plan. I said, every day I will do 10 minutes. That is all. Some days I did more. But my promise to myself was just 10 minutes. I could keep that promise. I did not feel scared to start. And after every session, I felt proud of myself. When you know exactly where to go, you waste less time thinking, what should I do now? You just start. That is the power of a tiny plan. Try it now. What is one small English goal you can do today? Not tomorrow. Today. Write it down. Just one sentence. One clear address for your English GPS. Maybe you say, today, I will watch 5 minutes of an English video. Or, today, I will read 5 sentences out loud. That is enough. That is a real plan. Start there. Habit 2. Use your pocket time. Think of time like coins in your pocket. During the day, you have big coins. 1 hour after work, 30 minutes at lunch. But you also have many small coins. 5 minutes here, 7 minutes there, 3 minutes while you wait for something. Many people throw these small coins away. They scroll through their phones. They sit and wait. They do nothing. But if you collect these small coins, you can buy something very important. You can review your 3 new words while you wait for the bus. You can listen to 5 minutes of English while you wash the dishes. You can read 5 lines of a story while you wait for your coffee. These small moments feel tiny, but they add up every single day. I have a friend. She has 2 children and a very busy job. She told me, I never have 1 full hour, but I have many small minutes. So she used those minutes, 5 minutes walking to the bus, 10 minutes at lunch, 7 minutes before sleep. After a few months, she understood more English. She could speak more clearly. Those small coins became a big treasure. Look at your day right now. Where are your pocket times? On the bus? In the kitchen? Waiting in a line? Those minutes belong to you. Collect them. Use them. Even 5 minutes every day adds up to 35 minutes every week. That is more than 2 hours of English every month. From just 5 small minutes a day. Do not throw those coins away. Here is a small question for you. What do you usually do when you wait for something? Do you scroll? Do you sit and do nothing? Next time, try something different. Open an English word. Listen to 1 short sentence. Read 3 lines. That is your pocket time. Use it! Habit 3. Make English fun. If English feels like a punishment, your brain will run away from it. Think about a child. Every time the child tries to play, someone shouts, "Do it perfectly! No mistakes allowed!" Very quickly, the child stops playing. Learning is the same. If English always feels heavy and serious and hard, your brain says, "No, thank you," and you stop. So connect English to things you already love. I love music. I found one English song that I really liked. I printed the words. I listened again and again. I sang in the shower. I tried to copy the singer's voice. It was fun. And I learned a lot without feeling like I was studying. I also watched a short show in English, first with subtitles in my language, then later with English subtitles. After some time, I could understand many lines without reading the subtitles at all. Each time felt like a small victory. When English is fun, you stay with it longer. You do not feel like you are wasting time because you are not. You are growing. Songs, stories, funny videos, short shows. Use what you already love and turn English into a fun game. Your brain learns best when it is happy, so give it something to enjoy. Think about this. What do you already love? Music? Cooking? Sports? Travel? There is English content for every topic. Find yours. Make it your daily habit. Not because you have to, because you want to. Habit 4. Watch out for time thieves. A time thief is something that steals your time without giving you anything good back. One evening, I sat down to study. I thought, just 1 minute to check my messages. Then I saw a funny video. Then a short clip. Then a comment. Then a news story. An hour passed. My brain was full of noise, but I had learned nothing. I felt tired and a little sad. We need to protect ourselves from these time thieves. Here is what I do now. When I study, my phone goes into another room. I check social media only after I finish my tiny English plan. I turn off my notifications for 1 hour. It is like locking the door when a thief is outside. You do not hate the thief. You just protect your house. When you protect your focus, you can do more in less time. You save time instead of wasting it. And you feel more in control of your own day. That feeling is very good. Your attention is precious. Guard it like something valuable. Because it is. Try this small rule today. Before you start studying, put your phone in another room. Just for 10 minutes. See how it feels. I think you will be surprised. You will do more. You will feel better. And you will finish faster. Habit 5. Remember that rest is not wasting time. Think about your body and your mind like a phone battery. If you use your phone all day and never charge it, what happens? It slows down. Then it stops working completely. We are the same. If we work and study and run all day without stopping, our energy goes to zero. We make mistakes. We feel bad. We learn nothing. Good sleep, quiet time, and simple rest are like charging the battery. They are not lazy. They are necessary. I once tried to study very late at night. I was exhausted, but I pushed myself. I spent 2 hours at my desk. The next morning, I looked at what I had done. It was not good. Then I slept well and tried again the next morning. The same work took 30 minutes. and it was much better. Sometimes resting is smarter than pushing. It is not wasting time. It is preparing you to use your time better later. The key is balance. Some time to study, some time to work, some time to have fun, some time to rest. A little of each every day. Be kind to your energy. A tired mind cannot learn. A rested mind can do amazing things. So tonight, if you feel tired, why? Stop. Close the book. Sleep. That is not giving up. That is being smart. Tomorrow you will come back stronger, and your 10 minutes will feel easy. 5 small habits. That is all. Habit 1. Make a tiny plan, like a GPS address for your day. Be specific, not vague. Always. Habit 2. Use your pocket time. Collect the small coins in your day. They become a big treasure. Habit 3. Make English fun. Connect it to things you love. Turn learning into a fun game. Habit 4. Watch out for time thieves. Lock the door. Protect your focus. Habit 5. Rest is not wasting time. Charge your battery. Then go again stronger. These 5 habits do not need more time in your day. They just need you to use the time you already have to vibe. A little better, a little smarter. No big changes. No expensive classes. No 2-hour study sessions. Just small, smart choices. Every day. Start today. Choose one tiny English goal. Decide when you will do it. Make it a little fun. And when you finish, say something kind to yourself. Something like, "Good job. I used my time well today. I did not waste it. I invested it." That small sentence can change how you feel about learning. You stop being your own enemy. You become your own coach. Most people wait for the perfect moment to start. They say, "I will study English when I have more time." But that moment never comes. The right time is now. With the time you already have. 10 minutes on the bus. 5 minutes before bed. One small plan each morning. Time is like water. Once it is gone, it is gone. But every minute you use well is a minute that builds your future. I believe in you. You have the time. Use it well. See you in the next lesson. Bye!
Daily Slow English.